Well, my name is Femi ODUGBEMI. I'm a filmmaker, I'm a storyteller with a long background in different creative spaces. I've been in advertising, I've been in broadcasting, and now I run a production company called 024 Media, which basically makes TV entertainment content. Well, I did go to film school because I always wanted to be a storyteller. But also, I think there is a manner in which, looking back, a lot of my journey sort of tie one to the other. Most important thing to have happened to my career, because going into Lintas at the time that I did in the late 80s, and still being able to work and learn from those that basically were giants at the time of both television broadcasting and advertising. They were storytellers across the realms of formats and platforms. I think that was a great privilege for my career. People like Ted Mokoro, Dele Adetiba, Ranung Batogo, Escom Fon, all of that understanding I received in my time in Lintas, in the beginning of STV, McCann. And that journey for me became the journey of exposure to a different kind of understanding of the global nature of brands. So what has changed in the time is simply our use of technology to achieve that. Technology is constantly changing, it's dynamic. You look at the equipment that we were using, when I entered advertising, and you look at the equipment that is available now, there is a way in which technology has accelerated our capacities. Now, in terms of technical formatting, in terms of access, in terms of being able to be more efficient in the processes, I'm really feeling blessed to have seen the evolution of technology over 3 decades. And the buying decision is often not just an economic one. It's also a decision of familiarity. It's a decision of common connections. It's a decision of engagement that is clear about my ambitions and who I am. That is why for me, moving from that into entertainment and telling bigger, grander stories was not that difficult. And that's why I always pin a lot of my success in the content creation industry to my foundations in the advertising and marketing communication industry. Talk about what never changes. Because I think, what never changes is the emotional connection that stories create. Storytelling is simply a bridge. It's a bridge between people, it's a bridge between times. Everything we know today, whether in religion, in science, in technology, culture, in history, everything is from the stories we are told. What's great about advertising is that it's actually an amazing melting pot of experiences. The greatest advertising storytellers receive inspiration not just from imagination, but from having lived life.
Order! My lord, this man, sent.
Oga the law. This your cough and kata no go allow you comot this man for this case. Oya take. Vicks Blue go sama that your cough and kata wahala. Vicks Blue will get double action menthol. Go clear your nose and throat. Kia kia.
This Vicks Blue they work.
Yes now.
You don't discharge my cough and kata sharp. My lord, now I go show say this man innocent.
Discharged and acquitted.
Mama Blue, thank you. I swear I don't go do it again.
Vicks Blue, nose and throat go clear. Kia kia.
We are purveyors of dreams. And when we sell to a diverse audience that we call consumers. And many of them, what is their dream is so diverse and so different that if the originators of the story are not people who are immersed in life in many different ways, your stories fall flat. You can't give what you don't have. And what I think was really magical about some of the early giants of storytelling in advertising, and I just used two examples, say Uncle Ted Mukoro and say Julia Oku, for instance. These were people immersed in the arts. They were immersed in literature. They were immersed in the local, in Fufude, in Edo language. We would do 11, 12, 13 versions of a radio commercials, but they were not translations. We would take the script to the communities, to the radio stations, and the guys at those radio stations would rewrite those scripts in the context of their culture, in the context of how their words are paint their reality. I think I told you that we once went to a village where the guys in the radio station said to us, to make this really work, we've got to get the king, the chief in the village, to come and do the voice for this, because when people hear his voice, they'll know it's him. And we thought it was a big deal, but they made it happen. The generation of creatives that are emerging will redefine advertising storytelling easily, not just from the perspective of the 30-second, 1-minute capsules, but from how the brand story travels and embeds in our cultural stories, how it travels and embeds in what I will call our generational conversations on social media, how it travels and embeds in how we represent even nation states, how it travels and embeds in what you will call the soft power. I'm very excited about Life Awards because it brings to center stage our yearning for excellence, our yearning for quality, our yearning for new story and new instincts in storytelling. It is a space where, beyond rewarding those who are doing well, we're also showcasing where we are and where we need to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Hall of Fame 2022, Mr. Femi ODUGBEMI.